Greetings and blessings. Can you hear me? 1 2 1 2. We're coming live for you. Really for me. But if you see one person logged in, so we in there. But can you hear me? I'm trying to see if we can hear. What are you waiting on? Can we hear me? Can we hear me? Oh, there we go. All right, get my music back. So right now, not commercials. These computers, man, these computers. So, greetings and blessings to all my brothers and sisters out here. Greetings and blessings unto all you demons out here. And over all things, I say greetings and blessings. Selassie Ku Hallelujah unto you, Father. Thank you for the day you have given us. Thank you for the meal you have set before us. Thank you for the day you have set before me. For thine's meal is sweet as honey. Even when sometimes some things in us say, for it is sour, and it is not sweet, and I do not want to eat. Thank you for that fighting spirit within me that says, hey, you shut that shit off. I didn't ask you to speak. You stop talking now so that I may eat. For my Father's food is delicious. It is rebuilding. It is nutritious. It has all the vitamins and the nutrients, all these words. For it is fulfilling unto me in ways that you are not fulfilling. Yeah, that little thing inside of us, it is not fulfilling. It can't even fill its own void. This is why it needs to feed on us. And it likes to feed on you in and at the darndest times, doesn't it? That's why today we're doing a time part 2, because this is our Sabbath day. And I've been watching for a time my family's behavior, because my family's behavior is a reflection of my behavior. Let me say that again. My family's behavior is a reflection of my behavior, of what's in my mind. So whatever I have on my mind, they act it out, because they are little pieces of my mind that I brought forth. What was I doing before I brought them forth? What was I into? What was I indulging in before I brought them forth and then brought them forth? Whatever I was doing before they came forth is what's going to be in them when they emerge. And we can keep blaming them all we want, but no matter what, especially me as a father, it all boils down to me. So all of these demons that are in my children, yeah, and they got demons. I know because I got demons. But the thing is, the difference is between me and you is that I'm aware of my demons now. And I'm in balance with my demons, meaning they don't rule over me any longer. For it is I who rule over them. For it is I who has been given and taken the charge of the Almighty to put myself into my proper place and perspective and position. Balance. So here we go off the spirit. Again, those 0 people, those likes, who I'm speaking to now, I'm speaking to the spirit. Always. So this is out in the universe, it's in a metaverse, it's in your digital world, it's in your matrix. Wherever you go, the truth is there, and it is going to dissolve your tricks. And this family here shall not be tricked any longer. For I shall not sell them tricks, I shall not give them tricks, but I shall give them the keys unto the matrix, so that they can fly in and out as they please, as they need, because they have new eyes to see, ears to hear, new mouth to speak, and a new spirit to be. So since this is called a time, let's get into the time that we are in. As you can hear the trumpets so softly, silhouette like playing in the background, he's calling us home. And it's a glorious time, but it's also sad. But I don't feel the same sadness as I used to feel now. But as these horns are symbolizing, this is mourning. Yes, mourning. But not in the way that you are used to mourning. This is triumphant mourning. Not for you demons, but for all the fallen soldiers, for all the fallen warriors, brothers and sisters, fathers and mothers, who were not strong enough to make it unto this destination here. This is not the end, but we're at the time of the end for this cycle. And most of you are about to get rolled over like you never thought possible, because you don't recognize the time that we are living in. And you keep trying to add vice on top of vice and advise others of things you know nothing about. So it's going to start in Ecclesiasticus or Ecclesiastes. It's one of those. But my book was open on Psalms 50. So if you would turn your books to Psalms 50, and if you have no book, just turn the fuck off in your mind so that the waters may flow into your mind and cleanse that fuck out. Welcome to the Holy 5F, brothers and sisters, sons and daughters, fathers and mothers. For as I was speaking last night unto the heavens, let me say this. You, if you make it to this, are worthy to be praised. Huh? What did he say? He said, don't worship no man, no woman. You are worthy to be praised. Only the ones who are worthy to be praised are going to get it. Yeah. Chew on that nugget. Psalms 50, chapter 1. The mighty Father, even the Almighty Father, has spoken and called the earth from the rising of the sun until the going down thereof. Now, how did this fit perfect? I didn't pick this music. Well, I okayed it. I didn't know I was reading from Psalms today, but we go by the Spirit in here. We ain't gonna stop that. So he says, my Father has done what? And called the earth from the rising of the sun. What did I just say these trumpets were? From. No, I didn't. What did I just say these trumpets? Turn it down a little bit. What did I say these trumpets were saying? Yes, but before that, morning. This is how we can be right here with each other, and the people you are with are not paying enough attention, or sometimes I am not paying enough attention to what I'm doing. So these trumpets are calling his children home, but it's also signifying and giving what is the word I'm looking for? Acknowledgement unto the fallen children of the Almighty. And you can say of Israel and all of this, but nigga, I'm not Israel. Mostly all you who cleave unto these things, you're all wicked, just like they old wicked asses. Moses didn't call himself a child of Israel, did he? Huh? Why not? I ain't heard that in here. Might be, but I ain't seen it. He didn't call himself an Israelite. No, I actually think it was before. It was before Jacob came before Moses. That's how they got to Egypt, from Abraham. Now, the heathens might have called him that, but I didn't really hear Moses call himself an Israelite. He called himself a servant of the Almighty. And that's how the Almighty called him. This is what I am, a servant of my Almighty Father. Too many of us are worried about what to call ourselves and what name, just like today with your clothes, what name you got on, what name you want to be called something, but you know not what you are. So if you know not what you are, how are you going to know what to be called? That's why you call yourselves everything under the sun. Son of a bitch, motherfucker, fag, pussies, bitch niggas, and all these are right sayings for most of you. Because this is how we behave. And when you behave like these things, this is what you become. But the thing with a behavior is it's like your mind. What can you do with a behavior that you can do with your mind? You can do what? You can change your mind. So if you can change your mind, you can change the behavior. So you ain't got to be a bitch nigga. You can say, damn, I was a bitch nigga, but shit, I snapped out of that shit. Because I had bitch shit in me. I did bitch nigga shit before. That's how I knew, nigga, that shit ain't cool. I got to do something better than this. I don't like the way that feel. Nigga, that's too tight. That's too loose. That's too wet, nigga. So Psalms 50, verse 1. The mighty Father, and we don't say God here or Lord except when it is necessary. So when you see God, yes, I'm changing what you may see. So let me say, I'm not changing the scripture. It's that the scripture has been changed already. I'm putting the pieces of the puzzle back in their proper place and perspective. Then and only then can you truly know what it is you're looking at, and then gain understanding. These are a whole lot of commercials all of a sudden. I didn't hear that many towards the beginning. Rewind that back to the beginning.
It's only been 15 minutes.
So
it's only been 15 minutes.
Man, we've been listening to that for a while.
This one is 8 hours.
Oh, all right. But this is a perfect thing for what we're speaking about. We so busy about worrying about getting paid that we allow petty ass interruptions to get in between, to intercede, to intercept the message that we trying to relay. Who want to hear that dumbass shit as we listening to this musical, melodic, spiritual enlightenment? This vibration. Who wants to hear dumbass commercials about nothing? And this is where your mind end up being on a commercial and not set upon the time that we in, the message that's being delivered. This is why our attention span, we can't go past a 7-minute video, a 3-minute, a 2-minute video. If you make a video right now, we ain't even got into the good meat, but yes, we did. But it's 17 minutes and 46 seconds right now. This is way too long for most people. Because you've been brain screwed to the point where you don't know how to sit your ass down. We don't know how to sit ourselves down and actually have a meal together. And this is what we're doing right now. I've laid the table out. I've spread the meal. And now I'm serving it up. Who wants some? Are you going to walk away from the table? For thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. He's laying it out for us, but all we doing is walking away because we can't sit our asses down. Everybody got fucking ADHD. But we laugh at others like something wrong with them and ain't nothing wrong with us. Nigga, you the worst one because you don't know. You ain't diagnosed yourself yet. So you haven't got the prognosis. So you're walking around sick as shit and can't be healed because you think you fine. So these trumpets are a representation of what we're speaking now. For the Almighty have spoken. That's why the trumpets come out and call the earth from the rising of the sun. And he's calling unto the earth. Because the earth is one of his children. It ain't just a planet, it's alive. It's a being that takes care of other beings. Until the going down thereof, the sun and the moon. But actually he's just speaking about the sun rising and going down. He's called upon the earth. But who's listening? 2. Out of Zion, the perfection of beauty. Father has shined. You don't see all this holy light behind me? But you think my skin got to be light and pale, and I got to be looking all thin and frail and shit. When it says, even in your New Testament, when you fast, you shouldn't fast and look like you fast. You ain't supposed to look like skin and fucking bones. You supposed to look like brand new baby skin. When the Almighty touch you, you can't be a fat bastard after the Almighty touch you. All of that shit is gonna start shedding. He said, give me all that extra garbage. So if the Almighty's touch you, nigga, and you a fat bastard, and you skin and bones, nigga, that ain't, you better check who you talking to and who's speaking to you. Because right here, he's saying, I ain't talking to none of you. This is the time where I'm not talking to you anymore. So if you don't have faith, nigga, you're not getting to where you need to be. For I am the faithful one, the Son of the Most High, Creator life itself, himself. Thus saith the Almighty, my Father. I didn't used to know what faith was because somebody lied to me. All I heard was lies about it, but now I know what it is. Having the power and courage to do things that you don't see with your naked eye, but now you see with your real eye, your true eye. For the Holy Spirit is faith. Knowing that things are going to come out right even when they seem like, that ain't going to work. Them niggas going to kill you. They going to murder the shit out of you. No, nigga, you ain't going to murder nothing. See, faith is a feeling of knowing. But if you're not connected, you're not going to have faith. And if you are connected, you ain't going to really be able to put your faith in everything, but you're going to test your faith. Because you feel it in you. So you're going to test it in others, but others ain't going to really be able to reciprocate it because they are not faithful. That's why your marriages don't work. That's why your families don't work. That's why your jobs don't work. That's why you got to sign a contract to everything, because you niggas are not faithful. That's why your New Year's resolutions don't work, because you are not faithful to anything or anyone. You're all liars and hypocrites, except for the faithful ones, the strong ones. You weak are very unfaithful and undedicated, even unto yourselves. This is why you hate the faithful ones. So out of Zion, the perfection of beauty, Father has shined. And it is time. He is calling us home. And when I say you are worthy to be praised, it's because you are worthy to be praised. If you have fought all these horrible ass temptations to make it to where you are, to a place in your life to where you are in a state of listening, of humility and patience, and you can see the matrix, you can read the code, even though you don't know how, but you can read it, you are worthy to be praised. Because to praise you is only to praise the Almighty. Huh? Who hear what I'm saying? I know y'all resting. And because I come to speak about my family, because I just had to get on their ass. Because they was acting like some Ross clot, bumper clot wards. Not respecting them father here. When I give them all the respect in the world. See, I was going to speak about the Maccabees, Matthias. What was the other brother? I think Eleazar was with him, but it was Matthias. I said Eleazar, but it was someone else. Not Tobias. Yeah, he was in the Maccabees meeting. But they were going around and they were freeing the people from the cities because them brothers decided to fight, and they freed some brothers and sisters from a certain city after they slew the general, the head police officer who had them in captivity and who wanted them to pay tribute unto their false idol, their king. So they slew him and they took the people and they brought them unto some caves there. And they had the people stay there in safety while they went and freed some other people. Not freed, released some other people from captivity. You hear me? And while the warriors were gone, the soft, the weaker kind people, they wanted to be in the light, in the truth. Them people who always say, let me hear the scriptures. But you don't recognize the scriptures when them coming out because you need a book in your face because you're a rascal. Yes, it's beautiful thing that he has left breadcrumbs. But if you are not, if you are not what? If you are not one of the faithful ones, then the book is not in you. So you need a book. But for us faithful ones, this is nothing but breadcrumbs here to help reanimate, reignite what's already in us, that flame, that charge. So if I am the charge, I cannot accept your charge. I will not accept your charge. You cannot take a charge away from me, and you can't offer me a charge. I've already been charged up by the Most High Creator of life itself, himself, boy. So you need scriptures because you're an idiot. You're an idiot. And you have no sense. Stuck in your innocence. So you don't know what time it is. And you'll never know. Even when a tornado hit you upside your rascal head and sweep you away, you still won't know. Why? What is this? It's a tornado. Tornado. Tearing you up to pieces limb by limb. So let's keep reading. Our Father shall come and shall not keep silence. But you want me to keep silent? No. Why would I do that? Then the faithful ones wouldn't hear the call home. A fire shall devour before him, and it shall be very tempestuous round about him. You need to stop cursing. You need to shut the fuck up, dummy. You don't like the fire that come around me, and it's not the cursing because I don't curse. It's what you devils do. I use language in its proper state and form to the best of my ability so that you can know what I'm speaking, so that you can gain understanding, so that you may have some wisdom if you choose. Verse 4. He shall call to the heavens from above. He shall call to the heavens from above. How can you call to the heavens from above? Because he said, out of Zion, the perfection of beauty, Father has shined. Out of one of his faithful ones, the one who is ready to receive him and be him. Be his representative here on earth in the most glorious way. Him not coming down from heaven, no man coming up out the sky and coming down here. The man is already here. The man has already been born, but But him had to be born again. Him had to go to the struggles so that he would understand and be in a righteous place for judgment at this time. You're used to them judges, them lying, filthy heathens, in them dark black robes, in them dark slave ship looking courtrooms, with all them fake, phony, false ass procedures, shipping you from place to place to place, locking you up beside the stocks and the bonds, and selling your ass on the stock market because you're a slave. And my words is fire upon them wooden ships, fire upon your rotten flesh. So he shall call to the heavens from above. How can you call to the heavens from above if the heavens are above us? He shall call to the heavens from above. How can you call to the heavens from above? If the heavens, we're down here, and the heavens are above us, how are you going to call to the heavens from above? That must mean you are higher. What? Than the heavens? What in the heavens? He shall call to the heavens from above. Either that means the heavens are below him, or that means that he is within the heavens. And the place that he is now in is what? Above those that him is around. And not in a facetious, nasty, snooty, arty way. But his position has been raised up. He is higher. And you will be able to tell by the way he conduct himself. For the heavens is all around me. Everything is heaven for me. When you are in the right state of mind, when you're in the right place, there is no hell for me. Everything is heaven. 5. Gather my saints together unto me, those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice. Oh, I did not. Thank you. I did not read all of 4. He shall call to the heavens from above and to the earth, that he may judge his people. So what did I just say? Even though I didn't read all of 4, what did I say? He has been exalted among his people so that he could judge his people in righteousness. For him was made for this time that we're in right now. Some had to go through all the struggles, all the tribulations, all the trials, all the persecution to prove himself worthy of the Almighty bestowing his charge upon him. Huh? Who with me? Me. Smells so good, I don't even want to put it out. Smells so good, I don't even want to put it out. So, as my woman, is that a correction? Yeah, corrected me because I missed something. So she helped guide me back to what I missed. See, this is what your counterpart is supposed to do for you, respectfully. And that makes it easier for me to respect my counterpart. But as the father of the family, you'll find that your family If you are not in the right place, your family will never be in the right place. And your family will turn against you. So this message is a part. Let's talk about family because it's time again. So I don't have to make videos every week. If you sit your eyes still for a second, actually listen to what the man is speaking about, you'll find out that these are the jewels of life that are being spoken unto you in the simplest way. So as them people we're speaking about, Mattathias of the Maccabees, they left to go release some other people. And when they left, their enemies found out where their safe hideaway was. And there was some people in there that them released, that them was celebrating the Sabbath day, that them were acknowledging the Sabbath day. But their enemy knew that it was the Sabbath day. They came earlier, but they said, we won't go fight those people right now because they'll fight us. But because we've learned them, because we have them in captivity for so long, we know that on the Sabbath day, they adhere to the Sabbath day with precision. That they keep the Sabbath day. They follow it to a T. And thus they did. So them enemies, them adversaries, them wait for them on the Sabbath day. 2 or 3 days later, come. And on the Sabbath day, your dirty, filthy ass oppressor, him and them, they say, let's go get them boys. And they charge into the mountains and then into the caves, and they go slaughter all them people because them were adhering to the scriptures and keeping the Sabbath day, where you don't work, you don't buy, no sell, none of these things here. You know, fire up the stove. So them people, although it was the Sabbath day, why them people let them adversaries, them oppressor, them dirty eating dogs, slay them woman, man, woman, and children? Let me say it the right way. Man, woman, and children. Why them allow themselves to be slayed on the Sabbath day? Because them people have no sense. Them was a bunch of stupid people. For there is a difference between no working, buying and selling, than fighting for your life. Huh?
That's right.
Every day you must fight for your life. You have to fight to keep the Sabbath day because part of you does not want to keep the Sabbath day. It wants to go out, run around, fuck around, and play. But that almighty charge in you is enough power to say, hey, shut the fuck off. Let me turn it down a notch so I can hear myself think. Now, me not going out and starting trouble with anybody on the Sabbath day, but if you come bothering me and my family, we're not going to sit there and let you beat us with gloves and bats and guns and all these things and strangle us and drag us. We're not going to allow that to happen because we are the faithful ones. And I know my Father knows. So I will not be a fool because he didn't make no fool. And you people always say mama didn't make no, that's because mama didn't make you. But mama did make you a fool, because you deny the Father. But you're always speaking about you love the Father, but you're always denying him. And you praise and worship your mother, your mommy, your mom. Hey, mom. And your mama. And a lot of you don't know that mama, that's a demon. That's why your mama act like a demon. That's why your mama rule over your weak ass daddy. or dad, because he's been turned into a dad by that mama. And that mom, in this book they call it, it's pronounced mammon. Sounds similar to me. Mammon, mama. That's why that woman over there is not a mama. I refer to her as woman or mother, because she is a reflection of the Fatah. And she is a faithful one. But only because I put that faith in. No, because she is a faithful one. But I make sure that I put it in her so that her faith is not misguided. Because as the woman, you womans always tend to have more faith in yourself than anything else. And it always leads you down the wrong rabbit hole, but you just keep going deeper and deeper and deeper with no way to get out, because you are not the light, although you may be a faithful one, because I am the light. You may have a charge in you, but I am the greatest charge. Even when me attracted to you, I'm not attracted to you, I'm attracted to myself. If I see me within you. Let me say it again. I am not attracted to you, but I am attracted to myself. And I sound self-righteous because I am. But not in the way that you think, because you know not how to think, because you haven't been taught how to think in the first place. But for those of us who want to learn how to think, who've thought pretty good for all the foolishness we've been submerged in, you'll get what I'm saying. For ye are worthy to be praised. Because you always knew you were something special. People acknowledge, but they didn't really acknowledge you. They always try to pat you on the back and tell you to settle down, boy. Because your shine was illuminating everywhere you go. Because the Almighty has always been with you. Guiding you, watching you, listening. As an angel said to me today. What'd he say? Patience is learning. Eyes are watching. Ears are listening. That's what an angel said to me today that I just met. And if I was so self-righteous, as a nasty man just said this to me a couple of weeks ago, I would have never found that out, because I wouldn't have had enough patience to and ask a question, and then to listen so that I may receive my blessing. Blessed is he who heareth the voice of the Almighty. Faithful ones. So he shall call to the heavens from above and to the earth, that he may judge his people. Him had to be prepared. That's why him say, him rise out of Zion. The Almighty rise out of everywhere. He is everything at all times. So for him to rise out of Zion, that is saying that he is going to raise up a child. But first, that child is going to have to go through the refiner's fire. It's going to have to be remade again. Everything happens in due season. Thus saith the Almighty. But you're auntie, and you think that you're a teacher and you're a guide, and you think that you've been ordained, but you know not what you think, because you know not how to think, because you haven't been taught how to think properly in the first place. And we got some more to go with this. 5. Gather my saints together unto me. What is his child that him raise up out of Zion going to do? Gather his children unto him. Not just for me, to say, you are my flock, give me some money, and you pay all present credence and praise and worship unto me. No, I'm going to say, I am here to gather you to give all praises, honor, and glory and worship unto the most high of me, unto the greatest part of me, who is the greatest part of you, not the little man that you see before your face. So when I say I am worthy to be praised, I am not speaking about the little man before you. I'm speaking about the man that you don't see, that you don't recognize. Who is me? Who is I?
Well, the Bible promises.
See, that's a demon right here. We could have let him speak. What the Bible promises, the Bible don't make no promise. Dr. David Jeremiah doo-doo dog shit heathen. The Bible don't make no promise. Or maybe a Bible maker, but the Almighty don't make no promise. Him give his word. It's not a promise. Him keep his word because him is a being of him word. Because his word is his laws, statutes, and commandments, not belief. Him don't make no deals. Him show you the way home. And if you are his, you get on that train and you ride and you're going to see what happens for you. If you don't get on the train, the right train, you get on that one and you're going to ride and you're going to see what happens to you. He only hands you a meal. It's not making no deals. He's showing you that it's this and it's that. You have a choice. So gather my saints together unto me, those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice. Huh? Nah, by believing in Jesus.
By sacrifice.
By eating his sacrificial blood. But his sacrificial flesh as his bread.
No, by sacrifice.
No, by drinking his sacrificial blood as wine.
No, by sacrifice.
What sacrifice is he speaking about, Doctor?
Your thanksgiving.
Your what?
Your thanksgiving.
Your thanksgiving. Your thanksgiving. What do we have to give unto him thankfully?
Of respect.
Of what? What is he giving you?
Everything.
But what does that entail? What has he given you? He's given you what, woman?
Life.
He has given me life. So I better be thankful every single day. Because it can leave from me just like that. So I'm thankful that him give me life. That him allow himself to experience a life in a new way. And this is me. This is I. This is he. So I am to report back unto my Father the experiences that I've been going through in this new way. Because he is always learning. And I'm not doing this as cuckoo because they tell you this is cuckoo and you're so stupid that you believe it. How can it be cuckoo when this is going around in a circle, when it's completing a full rotation? Cuckoo is... But you've been taught ass backwards. Now we're going to go over here to go over what you said, Doctor. Psalms 50 and 14. Offer unto Father, what? Thanksgiving, and pay thy vows unto the Most High. Not the most low, but the Most High. The Most High. "15. And call upon me in the day of trouble. I will deliver thee, and thou shalt glorify me. Do it say Jesus? Him say, I'm going to rise up a son out of Zion, the perfection of beauty. He's going to shine because you are going to see me within that vessel. So if you hate on him, you're really hating on yourself, because you can't hate him. You think you do, but you're hating on yourself. So I will deliver these. Not no Jesus, not no Trump, not your tax refund, not Northwest, Southwest, American Airlines, not UPS, not America Postal Service. No one is going to deliver you unto the promised land except you, yourself, and I, being the most high and letting go of the most low. You, who you are now. I will deliver thee, and thou shalt glorify me, the most high.
Hey, I'm talking to you women that love.
See, because normally when I listen to this thing, I don't hear that many commercials. But because I'm speaking on the most highest level, they want to make interruptions. You can't interrupt. Remember, I just said everything is evident unto me, because all they're doing is adding on to the testimony, which is happening right here. Distractions, distractions, distractions. So if you don't know how to fight and stay focused, you're going to get slaughtered like those people in the cave there. And they allowed them whole family to get overrun and overtaken by those heathens, and them didn't fight back. After all the Mons went over there and released them from their captivity, you didn't even fight one bit, because you are on a Sabbath day, because you know not what you talk, and my Father is not interested in what you are spewing out of your shithole. Demons pretending to be I. You are I, but you are the most low I. You don't believe in, you don't want to see righteousness, because when you see righteousness, you can't do your filthy little deeds, because you die automatically. And the righteousness, when it goes down low to lift someone up out of Zion and put his perfection of the light upon them. Man, woman, child. So only he can deliver you. Meaning only you can deliver you. You have to deliver yourself unto him. So don't allow yourself to be stuck in these places. On a Sabbath day, the Sabbath day is a fight. I have to fight to stay in when they want to go somewhere. I can go somewhere, but to go spend money to do all these things, he said, no. Sit down and reflect, build, calculate, formulate things. Go over yourself. Go over yourself. Find out what's going on in here, so you know what's going on outside of here. Because me had to get in my family's house today, because they've been doing a lot of things me didn't like, and me be talking to them and speaking with them, and them think me was playing the game. So me not want to whoop them ass on a Sabbath day, but today they got them ass whoop on a Sabbath day, because you came and you're fighting me, and you came with your fuckery, and you said me going fuck you, daddy, when I'm not your daddy. I'm your father. And I'm your mother, because the man is a reflection of me, not the other way around. The moon reflects the light of the sun, not the other way around. You evil sorcery bitches, casting your God spells upon the world, for somebody can come and worship you. The only worship you're going to get from me is the worship I set upon the seas to blow you out of the holy water and put you into the holy fire, so I can make me another gold chain to go around my neck in victory over you demons. 16, Psalms 50. But unto the wicked, Father saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes? Huh? Or that thou shouldst take my covenant in thy mouth, you filthy ass heathen? But unto the wicked, Father saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes? Or that thou shouldst take my covenant in your filthy shithole? What is that saying there? It's saying most 99.9% of you have no business speaking out the book of law. Have no business trying to be in the forefront and have people look at you like you're an example of righteousness. When you're fat and you're lazy, and if you're fat and oversized and you're coming into it, that's okay. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about people who I'm saying them leaders. But you still look like the same person from yesterday. And you're making no improvements in your life. You're a liar. Turn that thing down a little bit while you turn it up. So let me go somewhere real quick for your liars. Because you're a big sack of meat of shit. No good for anything. And it says it right here in Hebrews chapter 5. Verse 11, me gonna start. Of whom we have many things to say, and hard to be uttered, seeing ye are dull of hearing. It's hard for me to speak to you because this is why I don't speak unto you. I speak unto the Spirit because the Spirit listens. I'm not going to try to make you listen. I'm talking unto your spirit. Your spirit can't deny what is going on. I'm not speaking unto your flesh. For the flesh rules over you, but it does not rule over your spirit. When the word of the Most High is coming out, all things stand at attention. So Hebrews 5 and 11 again. Of whom ye have many things to say. The Most High. You have a lot to say about him. You have a lot to say about your Lord. You have a lot to say about a lot of things, but you don't know much of anything. And art to be uttered, seeing ye are dull of hearing, because you don't have the art to perceive, the eyes to see, and the ears to hear, because you haven't been remade. You have not been reborn. 12. For the time ye ought to be teachers. What? For the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach your ass again. Right there in the scriptures. Niggas always scriptures. Scrumptious. You just fat pigs. You just eat up all them scriptures. But you have no understanding. You know nothing about what you're reading. For the time ye ought to be teachers, ye need that one teach you again, which be the first principles of the oracles of Fatah. And you and are become such as have need of milk, you little dumbass kid, and not of strong meat. You little dumbass kid, because you don't have teeth that can deal with this meat that me chew on right now. You're not even a Barbie. The faithful ones, you are a Barbie. So you have to humble down and you have to listen. And you will get it right away, straight away. But these heathens won't get it because them spirit get it, and them spirit don't want to acknowledge that they are heathens, that they are dog demon devils. So I'm going to try to make you lower than them. So I'm going to try and make you bow down unto their Lord and not raise up and rise up unto the Most High. Because them cannot. Even when them want to, them cannot rise up and stand before his presence. For he is glorious. And in presence burn them demons up. That's why I'm saying over there, what?
Welcome to Calvary Church. Let's skip Hudson.
Psalms. Look at more how them video keep coming. Not even 15 minutes. Me burning them house up. Watch what he say right here. Verse 3, chapter 50, the book of Psalms. He shall call unto the heavens from above, and the earth unto the earth. No, excuse me. That's verse 3, but that was verse 4 I was reading. I said verse 3. Our Father shall come, and shall not keep silence. A fire shall devour before him, and it shall be very tempestuous round about him. I'm going to burn you up with everything I'm saying. I'm not going to make you happy when he comes, because you are not his. The world is not his. There's only a few of us true, chosen, faithful ones. There's only a few of I here, and me come to call them people home. And me come to throw them other people in their homes. Even us faithful ones, you're going to get walked into the fire. You're not going to get thrown into the fire. You're going to get laid into the fire. Because we all have filthy things upon us, and we all have to be cleansed before the Almighty, before we can truly be received from him. Because he has everything clean. He is the filth, but him don't like the filth. So I'm stay clean all the time. When you stay clean, the outcome of being clean is you're going to have some filth, aren't you? On the ground. You're going to have some soap scum, aren't you? You can't be clean if you don't have filth. If you don't have something to become clean from. This way, you know the difference between what is clean and what is undesirable. So we all have to be in a place before filth, before we can appreciate the bath, the Sabbath. So sometime you might have to wash your family, fight your family, because it's a fight to wash them, isn't it? It is a fight to wash your body, your family. They might not want to be washed up. They might want to stay filthy because they're having fun being so much filthy. Huh? Because what? Psalms 51 in what? In verse 7. You want to read it? Read it out loud, woman.
Psalms chapter 51, verse 7. Purge me with hyssop.
Hold on. Psalms 51, verse 7 says, purge me with hyssop. My woman say, isn't that funny? You're just speaking about that and her looking around, staying stuck on just what I'm saying, but her paying attention and going further, but still staying on task. And her find this, purge me with hyssop. Isn't that what I just said? That's why she said, man, that was funny. That's amazing, because we go about a spirit here. Read on.
And I shall be clean.
and I shall be clean. Come on.
Wash me,
Wash me. Come on.
and I shall be whiter than snow.
And I shall be whiter than snow. Now, for a heathen, I'm going to take that literal and say, because we're white. Well, you're not a white man. Even if it was literal, you're not a white man. You have colorless. You're colorless. So you can't be a white man. The only true white man is an albino man who is considered to be a black man, but him has something going wrong with him. Him has leprosy, for his pigment has been pulled out of him. So this is an abominable condition, for this is a punishment that the Almighty put upon Miriam for speaking badly about the Almighty's servant, Moses, her brother. Her and Aaron speaking harshly and ill unto Moses. Jealousy and envious, because they were not the Almighty's chosen in that manner. And Moses just was so beautiful. He was and still is the perfection of beauty out of Zion. This is why the Almighty, even though he punished him, he said, no, you come with me now. For I know your heart, Moses. And you have a beautiful heart. But you people don't praise and worship him, but you worship your filthy little Jesus, the man who colorless and don't even exist except in your wicked little minds. You give that wicked little God life in your mind. This only place him ever existed, in a dirty Eden's mind, and he put it in yours. And now you can't get it out, so you can't see the Almighty. So him say, but unto the wicked, Father saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes? Not Jesus' statutes. Him don't make nothing, except you stupid. Or that thou should have take my covenant in thy mouth. Hebrews 5. And 12 again. For the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again, and be the first principles of the oracles of Father, and are become such as have need of milk, and not of strong meat. You can't handle this thing right here unless you meat. 13. For everyone that useth milk is unskillful. But you're 40 years old, you're 57 years old, you're 46, you're 73, and you say you've been in this book a million times over and you know what you're talking about, but you have not delivered anyone unto the promised land, unto righteousness, into the right state of mind, so that them may deliver themselves. You only delivered them into the arms of the wicked, because you are a wicked deceiver. You are a believer. That's the same thing as a wicked deceiver. You believers, you know not anything, so you are unskillful. And if you are ready to be skillful, I have to feed you with milk. But I'm going to say to you this. Me not come to feed you milk. Me come to feed you a sword. That's what me come to stick down your throat. A sword. Only for the true Barbades will me break down and give them the mother's milk. The mother's milk. But for most of you, I come to feed you with the sword. For 13, for everyone that uses milk is unskillful in the word of righteousness. You have no skills. This is why you always need the scriptures, and you know not what you read anyway, because you don't have it in you already. Are you getting what I'm saying? If you don't have it already, you won't get it. Even when you read the book 1,000 times, you will not get it, because it's not for you in the same way that it is for me. It's breadcrumbs for me. It's delicious. It's milk mixed with warm honey. It's sweet as the martyr's tit. Fresh for me, because I'm speaking about me here. So I'm reading about myself, the good, the bad, and the ugly. But you don't want to what? What me be saying all day from today and yesterday, that you Edens, you onkies, you Edens, you black onkies, you black crackers, you pale crackers, you tan crackers, all you devil dogs, you don't want to acknowledge who you are. You want to pretend that you're me. Keep pretending that you're me. Keep on pretending. The sword is at your neck already. Yeah. For everyone that uses milk is unskillful in the word of righteousness, for he is a babe, a babe. For the righteous who are unskillful, you are a babe. But watch this. Even when you are skillful and you're righteous, you know that you are what? Come on, girl, you're slow. What'd you say, woman? That you are Bobby. Yes, you're looking at a beautiful Bobby right now. Me not know all the ins and outs, the outs and the ins of all these things, but me know one thing. Me have faith, because me know that it's something higher than me that created me and that keeping me from all them demons. Me couldn't fight all these demons that been fucking with me without them. But I know that I had something to do with it, because I recognize that spirit that is within me that will not let me die, even when me wanted to die, even when me wanted to kill myself so many times. That was that spirit trying to make me say, you want to kill yourself. But it was not me. But it came out of me, so I accept it. Because it was in me. Because it is a part of me. But it was the what parts of me? The Lord part of me that was trying to bring me down and keep me down so he can be over me, so he can win a victory, him think over my father. But the highest part of me, even when I was in the lowest part of me, would not allow him to keep me down. Because I am always the cream, as the brothers taught me. Let me even say your name, the brother Bahu taught me, the cream. It always rises them to the top. For I am the cream of the milk. For I am the best part of the team. So I'm going to always rise up to the top. Those that even teach me. Because you were looking to be my teacher and you were not looking to what? Teach me. You were looking to be over me, but not looking to be with me. Are you with me? 14. But strong meat belongeth to them that are full age, even those who by reason of use have their senses, but them American people are always taking their senses on you, huh? And you answer all those stupid questions because you have no sense. Because you have no reasoning skills. So of use have their senses exercised because you're fat, filthy, and lazy. Even when you're not fat, filthy, and lazy in your body, you're fat, filthy, and lazy in your mind. Because you don't exercise your mind. So let me read this one more again. Verse 14, Hebrews 5. But strong meat belongeth to them that are of full age, even those who by reason of use have their senses exercised to discern both good and evil. What did I need to say? That I was full of what? Good and evil. What is the Most High? The great and the terrible. Him filled with the Most High and the Most Low. But him don't dwell there. Him right here. In perfection. Him right here. Let me read verse 8 real quick. Chapter 5, verse 8. Though he were a son, yet learned he obedience. What teaches you obedience? Patience. And what? Trials. And tribulations. And victories. Huh? All these things teach you obedience and punishments. Life teaches you to be obedient. So even if you have not a teacher, who is the teacher? Life will teach you everything you need to know. You're going to get it a lot slower than you would have if you had a teacher in front of you, like we are where we are now, because we haven't had fathers and mothers. These are who we should call teachers, but we don't have them anymore. We have dads and moms. Hi, Dad. Hi, Mom. Ugh. It sounds so nasty. Me even say that. It sounds so weak and wicked for me to say, hi, Mom. Hi, Mom. Dad. Dad. Oh. So it is time for you to rise up, children. I said this was going to be 30 minutes. And we are 30 minutes past 47 minutes past. Because we go by the Spirit here. So let's jump over real quick. Back to Psalms 50. And what I'm going to say. Back to 16. But unto the wicked father saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, and that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth? 17. Seeing thou hatest instructions. You all think you know everything. If you come want to learn me something, I'm going to say, learn me. And I'm going to learn something, even if it's not from what you wanted to teach me. I'm going to bring and pull something from you. But you ate us instruction. So as we said it over where? What? You verse, oh, hallelujah, Father. Hebrews 5 and 8 again. Though he were a son, yet learned he obedience by the things which he suffered. By what? Chapter 50, book of Psalms, verse 17. Seeing thou hatest instructions. You hatest instructions. So if you hate his instructions, how can you learn obedience? You cannot receive obedience because you don't want and you hate instructions. So you're always trying to be the instructor. But you always end up being the destructor. Seeing thou hatest instruction and castest my words behind thee, because I am so beautiful. You hate me because you cannot be what I am. You cannot accept me because I will not bow down unto you, which if I bow down to you, you would not be accepting me. It would be I accepting your Lord self above me. Why on earth or in heaven or anywhere in creation would I do that when I know better, when I have received instructions about who I am and what I am and what I am here for? Why would I continue to bow my head unto Baal when I can just bow in humility and graciousness unto the Most High? 18. When thou sawest a thief, then thou consentedst with him, and hast been partakers with adulterers. This is what you are, most of you. 19. Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. You sorcerers, witches, and warlocks that wish to be worshipped as the Most High, when you are the most low, and you are working on cantations given to you by your daddies, the devils, them lowly little bastards, that the only way that they can feel high is them sell you perversions, them selling you them lies and have you tied up in all type of contracts, and them never honor anything them say because they are not creatures of their word, because they are all Lord gods who you worship. 20. Thou sittest and speaketh against thy brother. You won't hear me say anything about you, and to me, even when I can see it, me still are gonna give you the benefit of the doubt because me might be wrong. Though I've been here long enough to see that when something is wrong and something is right, but even then, me always have to be open for the benefit of doubt. Reasoning is the seasoning of life. This is why you have what? Matthew say, for what good is the salt if it has have lost its flavor? It is good for nothing. That's why you like Sis D. You like someone that whispers sweet nothings in your ear. The Most I don't want to hear that. You sound stupid.
My name is Garth.
You're trying to be all seductive and alluring, but you sound and you look stupid. And you know not what you speak about, what you talk about. Actually, you don't speak out what you babble on about. Babylon. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. Thou slanderest thine own mother's son. 21. These things hast thou done, and I kept silence. I used to be silent about these things. Now me don't keep silent. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such as one as thyself. And everywhere I went, them can see me wasn't like them, but them try to treat me like them. You thought you could make me like you. And because I kept silent, you thought you eyed me. But I was soaking up knowledge. But I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes. I have come here to put your wicked house in your place. I have come here to set the righteous, to help set the righteous in their places, the faithful ones. I've come here for you, brothers and sisters, in the best way possible, to say that worthy to be praised. All these demons are going to say to you, they're going to tell you that you are not worthy to be praised. Who do you think you are? Mr. Big Stuff? Who? It's not, yeah, it is who I think I am. But because I think, I now know who I am. So it is more than what I think. It is more of what I know now, because I do think. As a man thinketh, (20). Now consider this, ye that forgot Father, yeah, you have forgotten the face of my Father. You are forgetting the face of the Father. Lest I tear you into pieces. Lest I tear your ass into pieces. Because you have forgotten the face of your Father, and you have no respect for your fathers. And I learned, because I met the man that I was told was my biological father. I had all this hatred and animosity towards him. But when I met him, I seen instantly, it all went away. All these things I said I was going to do, nigga, why you leave me with her? Yeah. Because I knew I was supposed to be with my father, because I was a father's child, and I was missing my everything. Did you see that light just shine extra bright? When I just said on my side? But when I met him, I seen why I didn't have him. Because if I had him, I wouldn't have became the man that I was then, which was better than most all of you now. And now I've risen unto a higher plateau. And I offer you the keys unto the kingdom, if only you are willing to work for them. Because I had to lose my life to gain these keys. So if you think that I'm going to give you everything because I'm your father, you are wrong. That is not what a father does. You have to earn his respect through obedience, as we just read, through reasoning, as we just read, and through the knowledge, understanding, and wisdom of all these things, which are the keys of life.
Faith is a word that is dangerously close to fading. Paul Tillich suggested that the word faith itself.
That demon was right. As I was speaking, he came right on time. Because I wasn't explained to what faith actually meant. So we don't have faith because you know not what faith is. This is why I'm speaking unto the faithful ones. See, I say everything is heaven to me. Because I command demons now with the authority of my Father, because he has given it to me through the creation that he created me. He gave me authority over all here, didn't he? But you give your authority up. Faithful ones, no longer give your authority up. It's time to learn how to take back your authority. It's time to learn how to enlighten, and reinvigorate your charge so that you can be recharged with new battery life that won't ever die, because you will always be in a continuum of refinement, of recharging your light. So now consider this, verse 22. Ye that forgot Father, lest I tear you into pieces, and there be none to deliver you. What the fuck is Jesus gonna do when I decide to tear your ass to pieces? Thus saith my Father. What is your mammon? What is your Baal? What is your cow? What is your woman? What is your mom? What is your dad? What is your mom? What is your school? What is your car? What is your rims, nigga, your chain, your Versace? What is any of this shit gonna do for you? Your TikTok. When I decide to TikTok and rock your motherfucking clock. What is it gonna do for you then? When I take time away from you? Huh? See, none of these lessons were planned. I don't have to write things out on paper. I could, and I write some things down at times, but I don't have to do this to come and speak to you, because when you go by the Spirit always comes back around to where it started, because it is the truth. And it's time for you faithful ones to be invigorated. Receive what I'm offering you today as the most powerful encouragement to saying you can rise up out of any and every shithole that you step in, the shitholes that you in now, the shitholes that we have to walk in and out of daily, looking for this truth, looking for this light, for this charge, looking for the other pieces, the fit of me, not looking to be told something, but looking to find ourselves. We have to go in the shit. But when you go in the shit, guess what you can do? You can take a Sabbath, because it is here waiting for you. A salvational bath, a bath of salvation from the waters that flow down as the oil that he what? Thou anointest my head with oil. That's the bath. That's the bath. Lest I tear you into pieces, and there be none left to deliver you. 23. Whoso offereth praise glorifieth me. What?
Whoso offereth praise glorifieth.
What? Huh? So ye are worthy to be praised, O faithful ones, O most righteous ones. We just haven't had proper guidance and examples. Well, here you go. And when you start coming in to the light, you're going to find out that all of these things you've been around, this is why there's all this darkness around you. And they've been trying to cover up your light, because you got the keys in you already.
You're holding out for the man that God has for you, but you felt frustrated with how long
See,
you've been single.
She's stupid. They talking about single and you holding out to get the man that God has for you. I'm gonna kick your God in his motherfucking mouth, bitch. Your God has nothing to do with the Almighty. And they can't see it because they don't know how to think. And the ones who do see it are misleading you and trying to mislead us on purpose. This is their duty. They're doing theirs, but are you doing yours? Whoso offereth praise, you are worthy to be praised. Thus saith the Almighty. Because when you start to praise yourself, you're going to get your ass up off this fucking chair. You're going to get your ass up out that fucking filthy ass hole. And you're going to start to learn how to walk again. You're going to start to learn how to talk again. You're going to start to learn how to see again. And you're going to be renewed, because he has put you in his waters of salvation, because you have put yourself in a place to seek him, to be cleansed, to receive him. And when you put yourself in that place, he's going to set you exactly where you want it to be. But it's going to hurt, because we are so filthy. So that bath just ain't going to be, oh, Calgon, take me away. Nigga, it's going to be some scrubbing on that. Because we're so filthy, even the best of us. I knew not how much dirt I had on me, but I knew the dirt that I was in. I didn't know it was sticking to me like that. I didn't know it was eating me up like that. Because I knew not what I knew. Because it's always deeper than what we know. So whoso offereth praise glorifieth me. So when you offereth praise unto yourself, O faithful one, O holy child, O special one, all you're doing is praising the Almighty. I didn't say worship yourself in vain, in vanity, and in arrogance and haughtiness. I didn't say walk around with your nose in the air acting like you better than thou. That's not what praising yourself is about. Praising is giving yourself thanks for being a fighter, giving yourself encouragement for not succumbing to the wrong fire, but enduring through hell's fire to make it to this place so that you can be watered, so that you can receive a new fire. And to him that ordereth his conversation aright. Only a demon gonna say I ain't speaking right because I'm speaking against him. And he's everything wrong. The only time he's gonna speak something right is to mislead you with it. All you New Testament niggas. It's the same, some shit in the Old Testament, some other shit, but it's set up differently in what you call the New Testament. Just the fact that you think it's a New Testament in an Old Testament, that shows you how fucking fucked up your brain is. There's only one testament, and that is the testimony of his greatness, of his good and his evil. Because he's been evil before, and he might be evil again. Because some of his good is evil to you niggas. You don't want that side to come on you. Whoso offereth praise glorifieth me, and to him that ordereth his conversation aright, the one who gets his conversation right, the one who gets his mind right is what he's saying, will I show the salvation of Father. Nigga, what else is it to say? If your conversation is not right, meaning what it truly says here, if your mind is not right, you have not seen my Father. You know not what he looks like. You know not what he sounds like. You know not what he smells like. I do, because he has shown himself to me. And I ain't talking about just in my mind. I'm talking about right outside above my house, in the sky. Have photos of it too. Him riding on his magnificent beast, the beast that they speak about in his book, his creatures. And when I say beasts, I'm talking about the high. And there could only be one that make me feel the way that I feel now, that made me feel that way in that day. Because I've been around the devil, and that is not the same feeling. So I am most humble. I bow all the way to and for, to and fro unto the Almighty, to humble myself so that who may show you the way? Will I show the salvation of me? So you don't have to believe me. You'll be a fool to believe me or believe anybody. I'm not here to change your mind. I'm here to help those who seek to change their mind to change your mind. I'm here to help those who seek to change their mind. I'm here to give you encouragement and a higher charge so that your strength, you are now enlightened. Some of that shit is off you, and you are now strengthened from the encouragement of the charge that I bring to help you change your mind, because it's up to you. I'm just here to do my duty, to be obedient unto the greatest part of me and not the lowest part of me any longer. So if this is for you, you will find it, because I speak through all time. And it is time for you to find your mind. He is calling us home, faithful ones. So faith is real. Faith is all ongoing, and it shall never fade. For his always will have faith. For his will always seek past what any other's belief. And you will make it, brother, sister, father, mother. But you have to hear this message. You have to receive this message. Not to be a follower. Not even a follower of truth. We don't follow the truth here. What do we do with the truth here? Huh? We use it. How do we use it? We do what? Come on, what the mafia is on it today.
We walk in the truth.
We walk in the truth. The doctor was right. We use it, but how do we use it? We walk in it. We live in it. We breathe it. We eat it. We sleep in it. We bathe in it. That's what salvation is. It just means you've accepted the truth. You solved the problem. But they say salvation. You ain't gonna get it when you say it like salvation. Sound like nasty salad. But when you say salvation, it sounds like you just what? And you're seeking to what? Solve a problem. Because if you never solve a problem, you always gonna be having problems. You always gonna be in shit. But when you have reached salvation, that means you have released yourself from the grips of the shit that was holding on to you. You have solved an equation. And when you have solved an equation, you don't have any problems, because you now have answers. And I only answer unto one. I can hear him calling me. Thank you, Father. With that, Psalms 49 and 13 before we get out. This their way is their folly. Let me say it again. Psalms 49 and 13. This their way is their folly, yet their prosperity approve their sayings. Selah. So when you look at things in the fleshly world, the way they've taught us, our mind screwed us to see things, you're going to see people with cars and money and big churches and doing it and this and doing this, and they got these clothes on, and they went to this school, and they know the mayor and all this. You're going to take these things for granted. You're going to take these things and you're going to run with them because they look like they're prospering, because they look like they're moving further, because they drive in a Benz and a Rolls and a new Cadillac, and he got on his hat, and his woman got on her church hat, and they sent their child to the best school, but you sent them to the best. And ain't no, these niggas schools are all shit. But that's the facade that look like they're at a higher learning when they're not. They're at the lowest part. Because I've never met so many fools in my life. And when I say so many fools that I've met, I've never met so many people that have been to school, to college, and got an education in my life. Especially those who resemble us. Now most of us are all stupid as fuck. The more education we get, the dumber we done fucking got. So the things that they have, it's going to look like prosperity. It's going to look like you should follow them and believe them. But listen to these words: following and believing. Trust and believe me. Nigga, I don't trust none of you niggas, and I don't believe none of you niggas, because I know for a fact that most of you niggas are liars. I wasn't a liar, and I lied to myself. I indulged in lies here and there. And again, nigga, I was the best person around me and around you. So if I lied, nigga, I'm looking at you. Everything is about you. It's a lie. And the truth about you, you ashamed of. Because this is what we've been brain screwed, to be ashamed of the good things about us and brag and boast on the shameful things and become these things. So don't allow yourself to be blinded any longer by the prosperity of fools. Be patient, be calm, be seated, and be greeted by the Holy Spirit. Not your God, or not God, because it's not your God. It's what they try to give you. Not your God, but the Almighty Creator of life itself, who is my Father. And if you are me, He is your Father. And it's time for you to find out who He is, or He's going to tear your ass to pieces, as we just read. Even if you haven't forgotten about it, if you don't know Him in this time, He's going to tear your ass to pieces if you're not looking for Him. If you're looking for Him, He's going to send you a guide, His Son. He's going to leave breadcrumbs. He's already left them. You're going to start running into these breadcrumbs, though, now. But when you run into Him, don't be afraid. Taste it. Check it out. Look at it first. Don't just put anything in your mouth. Observe it. Inspect it. Smell it. Take a little taste. It's all right. Set it down a little bit. Give yourself the time. Give yourself a little time. Make sure you ain't being poisoned. If it don't do nothing bad for you, pick it up. Take a little bit more. Didn't he just say milk? Because you a babe and you're getting ready to go through your metamorphosis. You're getting ready to be wrapped up in the chrysalis. And you're only going to need to be around nothing but positivity. And that's what being in the Sabbath day, as we are living out today, this is what the Sabbath day does for you. It's a chrysalis. It keeps you away from the outside world and allows you to focus on your inside everything, so that you can gain the knowledge, understanding, and wisdom that you need, so it can repair you, your everything. So it can give you a heart to perceive, the eyes to see, and the ears to hear, so that you can hear these things clear. So now you can, but it's going to feed you what he called intravenously. That's what their words. It's going to feed you. You're going to be hooked up like Neo, but the right way. Anybody have anything that they like to add? 51. Okay, hold on a second. I hear you. 51 and 8. Just seen something else. Make me to hear. What I just say? When you're in that chrysalis, it's gonna make you to what? Hear better and see better. Right here, 8. Make me to hear joy and gladness, that the bones which thou hast broken may rejoice. What? Which the bones that who has broken? The Almighty. You have actually broken yourself. We've broken ourselves. But He did it, but it was because of us. Through what we're speaking about here. To teach us what? Obedience. Sometimes you got to get your bones broke. My children had to get their Spirits broke today. I had to get on that ass again. Because I hadn't got on that ass in a while like I did. And because I hadn't got on that ass in a while, they thought they were slipping away from instructions. They mistook my kindness for a weakness, like a lot of you do. Like a lot of us do. Until we get that rod put on our ass, and then it puts us back in where? Back in our place. Now we humble again. Now we can sit down and we can hear. So it hurts. Refinement hurts. It's not easy. But if you're ready for it, it'll make you stronger. What it says, that which does not kill you makes you stronger. Only if you got enough to take it. Most don't. That the bones which thou hast broken may rejoice. Are your hurting bones rejoicing now? Or are you just in a state of pain? Most of you just in a state of pain. And you can't find no relief. This is why you go to these places, but you don't find it. And that little energy that you feel that's good only lasts but a hot second. This energy that I'm offering you, man, it's going to take you a lifetime. You ain't going to never be able to get rid of this. Nobody's ever going to be able to take this from you once you cleave on this. You will never forget this again. Because he says, there's going to be no need for these books. I'm going to put it on your heart, which is already in there. But I'm going to etch it. I'm going to put that tablet, I'm going to etch it in your mind. Where you ain't going to never be able to forget it this time. Because he gave us what you call free will. He gave us choice. And look what we've done with it. But that's it's deeper than what we're speaking about. We were babes before the manipulator came. Or when the manipulator came. We were still babes. But we were old enough to adhere to instructions. But we didn't. We let that lower part of us overtake our higher part. So that means for the lower part to overtake the higher part, we allow the lower part to bring us down beneath it. And then it start slithering over on top of us. And now because we're being suffocated and depressed upon from suppression of that snake's aggression, we cannot hear the call from on high. We cannot even hear the calls from in them lowered levels because the snake is on all of us. So when we hear somebody yelling out, all we hear is because all that slime is all in our mouth. It's being suffocated. The sound is being dampened by that heavy weight that's upon us. So we already in an agitated state. We already in a state of pain, and we perplexed by these things. We can't think because we don't have any oxygen. We suffocate. So when we hear somebody else yelling out, it just irritates us even more. Even though that person over there is saying some good things, but it don't sound right to us because make me to hear joy and gladness. If he's saying make me to hear joy and gladness, all you hear is fuck shit. Wow. That's what the spirit do. All we hearing is fuck shit. Even when we hear the right thing, I don't want to hear that. I hear that all the time. I don't want to hear that. It's just my last night. Can you please just not say that? Nigga, look here. I thank you for coming in. This is the best of a part of man that you've showed, little brother. And it's funny, I was going to say this, so I might as well say it. The little brother I was speaking to last night, he is a retarded little motherfucker. I mean, really retarded. I've never seen retarded people who think that they regular. You're a little retarded motherfucker, but you out here trying to behave and do the things that everybody else doing and they fucking up. How you think you look and you retarded? That's what I'm saying. What are you saying? Little retarded motherfucker, you barely speaking. But this was the most man the little retarded motherfucker that I was speaking to had displayed. But he always cussing at me, telling me what I should do and what I shouldn't do, and nobody want to hear this little retarded motherfucker. But I spoke to him like a mom when he came. But don't bring that retarded shit over here. If you want to come speak, come on. Saying this to say that we know not. We are this, but we like to pretend and portray that we something else. I don't gotta say you little retarded mother, but I'm looking at you. There's a difference in between us, and if I'm not, you know how you look doing this shit that I'm doing. We all retarded. So this is saying that make me to hear joy and gladness. That means all you hear is fuck shit. This is all we hear, and we have no joy and gladness in us, and not around us. I mean, if it is around us, we don't hear it. So it's all fuck shit to us because that's all we got in here. We can't hear anything else. Verse 9, real quick. Hide thy face from my sins and blot out all my iniquities. We don't want him to see our sins, but we keep doing them. This is my children. As we get ready to wrap up, this is my children. They look at me once I have to lay hands upon them in that way, whooping their ass, getting on their head, the same as these children, these badass kids outside. You look at me like you feel shame once I whooped your ass. But when I spoke to you and I gave you instructions on what to do and what not to do, did you respect them? Huh? Some of you woke up. Hey, time to wake up anyway. Wake up, son. When I gave you instructions, did you respect them? You hated instructions. Because if you respected the instructions, you wouldn't have done what you did, would you? Huh?
No.
Answer.
No.
So why look at me now in the face with a face of shame when you knew exactly what you did and you knew the outcome? The biggest possibility of that outcome was you gonna get your ass tore up. Because we're not thinking properly. And my children, they're children. So they think properly, but they're still in a state of learning, but we should always be in this state of learning. So it's some things, so I don't make no excuses for them. It's some things they know, and it's some things, matter of fact, it's a lot of things that they know, isn't it? And you know what you should do and what you shouldn't do with a lot of things, don't you?
Yes.
And if you don't know what you should do with something, you should do what? You should what? That's almost unanimous. So there's no reason for you to be getting in what? So why have you gotten in trouble today? Share it with the people out here. Why have you gotten in trouble today, family? Because you didn't what? No. Because some people did what? Touch things that didn't belong to them. And you could have did what? You could have asked. But seeing as you didn't ask, you said what? Fuck you, daddy, didn't you? You forgot my face. Because all you seen was what you wanted. So you replaced my face with what you wanted. And so we do what we want. And because that face is not in our face at all times, we think nobody's looking. So we can do what we want. But when that secret that we did come to light, now our face is looking like what? Oh, please don't look at me like that. But why did you look at me? I'm sorry, I wouldn't do it again. And nigga, you said that 100 other times, didn't you? Didn't you, children?
Yes.
Family.
Yes.
But you went right back and did what? We got to stop this. It's time to stop this. We can keep trying to baby them, but I'm not going to baby my children. I'm not going to baby a newborn baby that come out. I'm going to give him or her what it needs. But my duty is to raise them up. It ain't to baby them. It's to nourish them. It's to feed them and care for them and give them what it needs. But even as a baby, you little baby, you going to shut the fuck up. Nigga, with all that crying, you going to shut the fuck up. The milk ain't ready yet. Now, do I have to say it that way? I'm going to say it that way sometime. But sometime, more than likely, oh, no. I'm going to speak soft. But I'm going to show them the difference between this and then the softer. So that it can start to acclimate its power of reasoning, of discernment, of thinking. That you don't have to yell at me like that to get milk. I see you a little irritated. You don't know how to use your words yet. That's all. I hear you. I'm listening. I'm learning too. But at a certain stage, I can't. No, it grows into something else. Now, hey, no. And them babies is listening and learning. So after you get to a certain age, you know about certain things. You know what you should do and you know what you shouldn't do. Life teaches you this. It's a time for you to wake up out of your fuck sleep. For heaven's sake. If that's what you care for. If not, keep doing your fuck shit and I'm going to deal with you. Now, was it my fault for whooping your ass? Even though it's on a Sabbath day. It was a dude. Reason why I'm bringing this, because it was a dude and a little thing that I was watching for a minute. And he said he didn't want to whoop discipline his children on a Sabbath day because that was work. It's work, but it's work I'm going to do. Because it's a necessity. Because this is life and death. I need my children to know, my family to know how to behave. I need them to know their places. Because if you don't know how to behave, if you don't know your places, when our enemy comes upon us, you ain't going to know what to do. You actually going to lead our adversaries and our enemies right to us because you're not in your place. And now we all are captive. We all enslaved because you niggas lost your place. You lost your way and you sold us out. You sold your way to try to get above me when we was all here together. When we all eat together. But it's a time when we eat and it's a way that we eat. We don't steal from each other. We don't take from each other. That's stealing and taking from oneself. Why would you steal from yourself? It's yours. How you got to steal from you? So when we learn the difference of these things, it's time for us to acclimate these things and put them into effect right now. This is appreciated by my father. Anything else is, they say, uncivilized. It's just heathenistic. If you don't use your senses, you lose them and you become a heathen. You become a slave. And this is exactly what most of us are. But if you're willing and you're ready, for the spirit is always willing. So if you listen to the spirit, it'll get your mind ready to come out of this shithole into this Sabbath. For today is the Sabbath day. Let us make this day holy. For every day is one and the same, and every day should be a Sabbath day. So as I bow my head unto my Father, as I bow my mind, heart, and spirit unto my Creator, whatever way you need me to be, I am. For your way is all sensible. And I just can't get enough. Mar? Hold on. Listen to that song though. I could have cut it off, but listen to it. I was just praying about what? The Almighty, about receiving that vow for salvation. And this song came on and said, what? You got that thing I've been looking for. Give me more. See? We go by the Spirit here. You might not have picked that up, but that was him giving us a message. He said, give me more. You got that thing I'm looking for. That's what I'm saying unto him. He got that thing we've been looking for. And I have received it. And I'm here to say how great and how good it is. Nobody on this planet feels like me. I guarantee you. If it is, I don't know about it. Let me say that. But no, actually, nobody has this feeling on this planet like I do. With all due respect, I found out who I am. And I'm looking forward to finding more about who I am, more of my purpose. I'm looking forward to spending way more time with my Father. And he's invited you. So before that came, as I bow unto him, as a tree in the wind, for you have made my branches strong, and you have made my leaves bright, for my fruit has blossomed from thy almighty light. For I am not afraid of the day or the night, for I have been charged with greatness, and this is my plight. For I take flight with the wings of the Almighty, that thou hast given unto me to soar, to be released, so that I may be an example of righteousness and wrong, but the equality and the discernment from doing these things to becoming balanced, to becoming more humble, and placing myself in a seat of equality. Not being over, not being under, but being in. So I say unto all you tonight, rest in peace. Not in sleep, but rest in peace. And may my Father reach you. And when he comes to you, may you receive him. Actually, he reaches everything. So may you receive him when he comes to you on this day. Be blessed, not offended, for you have family who is out here and who is looking. I'll see you when we meet again. Would we like to end this with a prayer? Somebody did say they had something. I don't know if I want your stuff right now because of y'all behavior. Because this is a privilege to speak, to be seen and be heard. Look how fast they're coming on.
Amazing man prepared for you, but you felt stuck in single.
She's telling you to worship a man. See? They're telling you to worship a woman. You worried about these things, but you don't know who your father is. With all these distractions. But we all deserve a chance to redeem ourselves, don't we? Don't we?
Yes.
But when we redeem ourselves, we can't keep going back to the same behavior, can we? If you do, you are a backslider, you are a hypocrite, you are a liar, and you are a deceiver. That goes for you little people as well as me. And it goes for me more because I know more, right?
Yeah.
So I have to have more patience because no matter what, this is the fruit of my branch, of my tree. I've been here longer than them, but I have to start teaching them as soon as they come out. A woman tried to assault me. I was talking to some about a month ago. Oh, I bet you ain't even taught your children about the bird and your kids about the birds and the bees. First of all, I don't have kids, little bitch. I have children. And you're wrong. I bet you ain't even had that talk with him. What's that talk? She was talking stupid. I said my 4-year-old was about a man and a woman. What they do when they get together, how they make babies, and how they supposed to coexist with one another. Don't you? Don't you?
Yes.
We speak about all things here. But instead of somebody, you should ask a question. But we big ass, old ass dummies. So, what do you have to say, son? Okay, you have a song to sing. Anybody else? Just hold that thought for a minute. Because when you're going to sing a song to the Father, to my Father, you better mean it. But it's all right. We make mistakes. This is what he gave us a brain for. It's okay to make mistakes, but it's okay not to be doing that on purpose. Sometimes we fall for the same thing, but it got a different face on it. So we're here to gain knowledge again. So I don't want to I can't just keep my children's spirit broken. I only have to break it up for a minute because that's the wrong spirit that's upon them. Now I have to connect it back. Now I have to fill it with the right nutrients, the right ingredients, the right healing. That's why we listen to this music. For this music is healing. It's been healing us this whole time. Going along with these words, with the vibration, because that's what it is. This energy. So we're going to get to that song, but does anybody have else? If you don't, it's fine. You have a prayer. What prayer? We're going to say that. Anybody? Anything to add? Any of my children want to say anything to the children out there about your lesson that you learned today? What did anybody learn today? What did you little people learn today from getting your little ass whooped? Come up here and say it. Come up here and say it. Come over here. Because you taller, born. These little people are short. Y'all want, get on the chair. Get on over here. No, just hey, get on the chair and go behind. You no matter if just your eyes are showing, that's it. Or you can just get up there too. Excellent. Get up higher. See, get on it. See, when I call you to do something, this is the Almighty speaking right now. When he calls us to do something, we all act like, get up higher, stand up behind me if that's on the side right there. We all act like we want to do something. But when we called upon, we never want to do, a lot of times we don't want to do what we called upon. See, you up here playing, and I could do that. I didn't call you up here for that, did I? No. You can cry if you want to. You should already know better. I'm not your daddy. I'm not calling you up here to play with you. I'm calling you up here to be an example. And whether it's example of you being in your righteous behavior, or you getting the treatment from you being in your unrighteous behavior. That's what you're going to receive, whether the camera's on or not. I'm not afraid of these people looking at me saying, he's a bad father, he's a bad dad. Bitch, I'm not a dad. I'm a father, and I'm an excellent father. And being a father, you bear the responsibility of the good and the bad, the great and the terrible. It's your duty. So I'm not their friends. So whatever you think is what you think, but you know not how to think because you haven't been taught how to think. And I'm here to help you with that if you choose. And what I am is either going to put your ass to shame, or it's going to help lift you up to your holy place. Now, even they partaking and participating in the Sabbath day of their own mind and own will, but due to the instructions of their father. So it's my duty to find out how to make it through the Sabbath day, and then show my family how to make it through the Sabbath day, to build them up for this. And when they are ready, then they can partake fully. But if they're not fully ready, then you can partake in the Sabbath day as much as you can. So, as I'm saying, as I'm looking at these, this is how he looks at us as Babes, because we are Babes unto him. So I cannot say to them or discipline them and not expect my father to discipline me. I cannot say to them to do something and then I'm not doing that. To do as I say and not as I do. I would be a hypocrite. I would be a liar, like a lot of you. I don't teach my children that. I would never force feed them that.
You can design some of it right for you.
You can just press it on pause for right now.
Complete an internship or discover a new passion.
Just press the space button. So if I say something to them, just like if I say something to you, I better be living it all the way through. Or they're going to show me that I'm a hypocrite. One more thing before we, what does that say? Where is that? Wisdom of Solomon. What I just said. If I don't these guys knowing the light is going down. Oh, there we go. Yeah, these meals take a little bit longer. And I can make it short, but it just, we go by the spirit here. What did I just say? What did I just say? Oh yes. I'm talking about a hypocrite, but I was talking about do as I say and not as now I know what I'm saying. Oh, here, go right here. I was right. This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon. to go along with what I just said. That shit that we heard from our mamas and daddies, a lot of us just from our mamas because we ain't even have a daddy. The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4, start at verse 5. The unperfect branches shall the unperfect branches shall be broken off, their fruit unprofitable, not right to eat. Yeah, meat for nothing. We just spoke about this meat for nothing over there in Hebrews. This would be meat for nothing. This would be unprofitable fruit if I wasn't a father unto my family. If I didn't prune and trim and tend to my till my earth and cultivate my earth, they would come out spoiled rotten like your kids. Yes, they're children and they're mine. And they're gonna do children things because this is the stage that they at. So no matter what, I have to have knowledge, understanding, and wisdom of these things so that I could nurture them in the right way to give them what they need, even when they don't want it. This is what you deserve. This is what your works brought forth. So he looks at us the same way. No matter how much gray hair you got on your face, you are a Babe unto him. The time we are here now in these bodies is nothing compared to what he is. So even though they get disciplined, I have to see, okay, was that enough of that? Now you still in that mode, but along with that, I still have to, even when I may not want to, I still have to rub their head and say, get your shit together, get your things in order, take care of your house. I only did that because you weren't what?
Listening.
You weren't what?
Listening.
So when you're not listening and I let you go along for so long, can I just let you go on forever not listening?
No.
Because if I did, what's going to happen to you? Come on, you're going to be what?
Messed up.
You're going to be messed up. And then you're going to try to mess up everything else, right?
Right.
So correction, we all need to be corrected at times. We all need to receive instructions and corrections at times, right?
Right.
But at some time, it don't need this all the time. Sometimes this is this. But if I keep doing this, and then you don't respect this, then I'm gonna have to grab that. Then if you don't respect that grab, I'm gonna have to smash that. And you gonna respect that. And if you don't respect that, then I might have to what? Then I might have to put you to death. It can be your own flesh. Most people ain't willing to deal with it. But if you read this book, I don't know how you not, because that's what this book says. He had to put so many of us to death so many times. He had to allow these things to happen because we won't listen. And we think we know everything more than what brought us forth. And all you got to do is look at the world. Look how fucked up the world is. You've done this. I've done this. Even if somebody's tricked us into doing it, which they have at a certain point, when are you going to get it through your head? When are you going to learn? Because he gave us all brains. And all his children have that feeling inside them like we know when we doing wrong. We know it. But it wasn't anything better that I've seen that was here. So it's not an excuse. This is my reasoning for making that choice. So I don't make excuses for what I did right or what I did wrong. But I do have reasons why I chose this path. And I chose it. So whatever comes with that, I'm going to deal with that. I'll bear it. I'm not going to put it on you, and I'm not going to put it on you or put it on you on purpose. And if I recognize that I've done you wrong because it was something out, it is my duty to go make that wrong right, to fix and repair that damage, however extensive it may have become. So verse 5, the unperfect branches shall be broken off. So the ones who, what that mean? That means, nigga, off with your head. Because sometimes you can do all the right things, and that child that came from you just ain't gonna be right, because that's not a child, that's a demon that came from you. From all the demonic things that you were into from thousands of years ago. It passed through you because you were that line. Or you allowed some demon spirit that came in you and it took over your seed. And that's that demon's child, but you think it's yours, just like Cain. Oh, my baby, I can't do nothing. Nigga, your baby's out here murdering everybody. The fuck is you talking about? So the unperfect branches shall be broken off, their fruit unprofitable, not right to eat. And most of your children are what? Your kids are what? Spoiled, not right to eat. Yeah, meat for nothing. It shit just wasted. And you got grandmamas and granddaddies. Oh, you know, I spoiled my grand. You stupid motherfucker. What are you talking about? How does that make sense? Do you eat spoiled food? If you don't eat spoiled food, how could you raise your fruit, your children, and spoil somebody else's children? You didn't do so well with those. Now you're trying to do the same thing to them. Yeah, it happened to you. If it happened to you, when you gonna break the cycle? You ain't in your right mind. So you know not even what you do, even though you see it. You ain't learned nothing because you're not one of his. Because if you are, you're going to want to do something to break it. It's at a certain point, you ain't going to be able to take it no more. Because you see that you're going to be doing fuck shit. Everywhere you go, it's the same. Man, I can't deal with it. This shit is, you said you can deal with it. You just don't know how. Today, you getting shown how. By example. I have never seen anybody pop their child on the internet, on TV. I have never seen anybody do that. But it just happened when? On purpose. Because you niggas are scary. No, they gonna call child protectors. Nigga, I'm protecting my children. Ain't nobody else gonna protect my children except me. That's why I can pop him in his mouth. Because he's mine. And I'm protecting him from himself, just like I protect him from anybody else if you watch the videos. That's why my children respect me. No matter if I make them mad or not, they come right back to who?
You.
Because you know what I do is what? What I do is what?
Right.
Huh?
Right.
And if I'm wrong, what am I going to do?
Correct.
Huh?
Correct.
Come on, speak. What am I going to do if I'm wrong?
Correct it.
When I find out I'm wrong, I'm going to do what?
Correct it.
What else can I do? Verse 6. For children begotten of unlawful beds. You think that means you married. You married to that woman? You married to that man? Oh, y'all just shack. You a stupid motherfucker. Unlawful beds mean you ain't had no business laying down with that woman in the first place. Because neither one of y'all were in the law. Neither one of you were in your right minds. And you was just humping and screwing and jacking. And fucking. And you don't care about the baby. I know, because I done been there myself. Even though I listened to him, well, I ain't gonna get pregnant. I can't get pregnant. I ain't gonna. That's my dumb ass for listening to that. Because it's still a possibility of her getting pregnant and her changing her mind and keeping it. Not having enough self-worth in me. Well, I had it in there, but not enough courage because it wasn't encouraged enough. So for children begotten of unlawful beds, are witnesses of wickedness against their parents in their trial. Let me say it again so you can see my face. For children begotten of unlawful beds are witnesses of wickedness against their parents in their trial. So your children gonna put your ass on trial. You're already on trial, actually, but your deeds put you on trial. Every day you wake up, this is your life as a trial. It's a test. And everything is recorded. Where you think them courts got all this shit from? They didn't make up nothing. They got it from the Almighty's process. So everything is recorded. Everything we do. He know we gonna screw up. But do we got to stay screw ups? No. Heavens no. If you stay screwed up, you just a hell of a fool. And you don't want to do right. Just like that song. If loving you is wrong, I don't want to be right. What? See the dumb shit that we listened to when we was younger? If loving you is wrong, I don't want to be right. Nigga, you out your motherfucking mind. Bitch, if you wrong, I don't want to be nowhere near you. Because you're going to do me wrong. And this nigga, we addicted to getting done wrong. Because you've been slaves forever. But we ain't no slaves here. Nigga, we done broke out of that and released ourselves. So if you looking to be released, then nigga, brother, sister, father, mother, son, daughter, it's time for you to be released and be at peace and be eased. So why did I call you over? Oh, so I called you over for what? To do to say what you've learned. What have you learned from your mistakes?
Not to steal.
Not to what?
Steal.
Why are you stealing? Some people would say, oh, well, they just was hungry and, they needed something to eat, so you should just give them. No, bitch, I shouldn't just give them nothing. It's a way. We earn everything. Everything that we got in our kitchen, in our house, what do we have to do, woman? We had to ask, but what do we have to do? We ain't have to ask.
We earned it.
We had to what?
Earn it.
We had to earn it. So the same thing in my house from top to bottom. In here, you have to do what?
Earn stuff.
You have to earn it. It's already yours. That's what the Almighty says to us. Everything is already yours, but it's still a procedure. It's still an alignment of how things go here. And if you just take, that means you stealing. And if you steal, who you stealing from? You stealing from who? You stealing from yourselves. And do we have to steal?
No.
All we have to do is what?
Ask.
Even when we don't get it, we know we're going to get something. Right?
Right.
Because we always what?
Get something.
Because he's provided a way for us to do what? Eat? Drink?
Yes.
Clothes on our back?
Yes.
A house with heat?
Yes.
A roof over our head?
Yes.
Walls around us?
Yes.
A father?
Yes.
Something I didn't have. A mother?
Yes.
Something I didn't have. And I say that respectfully because my mother didn't know how to be a mother. She did the best she could. But she's not at the point where my woman is now because my woman has a father. So she is becoming an excellent mother. Because we are improving on where let me say it this way, to where our fathers and mothers were weak. And we don't have to hate them any longer or hold that towards them any longer. For now, I know that they were weak. Maybe not in all areas, but they were weak because they were lacking. They were missing. Well, I'm going to break that cycle right now. So how do you break the cycle?
By listening.
By doing what?
Listening.
That's it. And if you listen, when you listen to me, does it work?
Yes.
So why do anything else? Do I teach you how to think?
Yes.
So even if I give you instructions and you had to kind of change, stick to the plan, but you had to change and do it a little different to get it, Do I teach you how to do that?
No. Yes.
Even if I'm not around or your mother's not around, a big sister, even nobody else around, you should still ask a question, right?
Right.
But who should you ask that question to?
You.
No, what if I'm not around? What if nobody's around and it's only you? And you facing an obstacle or a problem or an equation. You don't know how to do it. You looking at it, it just look all hard. What should you do? What'd you say? Woman, you was on it. You should what, woman?
Ask yourself.
Woman. Not woman today, but woman. What should you do?
Ask yourself.
You should sit your ass down. Meaning you can stand up and sit down. Just mean take a moment and then ask yourself, what would my father do? What would my mother do? What should I do? Before you just what? Just jump into it. You might jump in that water and head first, and nigga, it's a coral reef down there. You might hit that jagged ass rock as soon as you go in. You couldn't see it because the water's dark, and even the light, you didn't. Pow! Instead of taking a couple of rocks or something down there and doing what? Throwing it down there and see what's happening. Or even though I gotta jump in here and face this, I might just let me jump feet first this time. So what can we do?
To never lie again?
Because is it a reason to lie in this house?
No.
So if it's not a reason to lie in this house, it's not a reason to lie where? Anywhere. There's no reason to lie. Except if you scared and you ain't been taught how to think. And you haven't been encouraged to speak the truth. Then that's the reason why you lie. When I lied when I was younger. I wasn't just a liar, but I told lies at times because I wasn't encouraged how to speak the truth, even though I was told to speak the truth, but then you get in trouble for speaking the truth. Huh? Which one is it? And I'm around people who doing what? Lying. So even though you telling me not to lie, you lying in my face. Children of unlawful beds are witnesses of wickedness against their parents in their trial. So if I'm a liar, if my children become liars because I was a liar, I'm not going to allow that to happen. But now as we moved on from here, I can punish them further and nope, you don't get to do none of this. But this is a learning example. I've opened a portal unto my home for you to see that it is possible. And that you can be a mom and be kind and be compassionate and still be stern. Because this is what a man is. He is the man and he is the woman. Not the other way around. So with that, they got there, and not just punishment, but they got there what? You got disciplined. So now since they got discipline already, just like my father, we're not going to dwell on that, but we're going to use it for a lesson to learn from. Here's your example of what you've been missing. And a man who is not ashamed, who is broken free from that barrier to show you that there's nothing wrong, but it's everything right from you standing up and being a full man in your house. And when you leave out your house, so that respect carries with you everywhere. So now that they've been disciplined there, now here comes the what? The discipline is part of the correction. No, I'm not going to baby them because I whooped that ass. They ain't going to make me feel guilty no more. But now let's see what you've learned. Here's some more kindness, but only from the knowledge and understanding of wisdom of the situation that happened. And remember this, once we do things and they're done, is you can forgive, but what they say,
You can't forget.
you can't really forget. Even if you forget for a while, it's in there. So the more things you do out of whack, the more people are going to remember about you that you're out of whack. The more things that you do that are on time, the more things people are going to remember about you that you are on time most of the time. So what do you want people to remember about you, or need to remember about you? What is it really and truly that you need to remember about yourself? Now it's your turn. So you've already answered it, right? You said no lying, because in lying is stealing, right? What Ray Charles' mama say?
Scratch a liar, find a thief.
Scratch a liar, find a thief. One and the same. No difference from one another. So the evening is past 41 minutes. That's funny. It's almost exact. We've been on here for 2:41 and 30. That says 5:41. How they line up like that? All right, y'all can you can get on. And what you say? Who got it? Oh, let's do it with this. Come on, the prayer,
Sing it
and then we'll sing the song.
to 5.
We'll sing the song. Y'all ready?
Yes.
We're gonna start off with a prayer. So we're gonna close this portal off with a prayer and then a song. And you're welcome to sing this song. Just don't try to make no money off of it, and you don't pay us, or you're gonna find out what's gonna happen to you when we sing that song, because what's gonna happen to you is in the song.
Mm-hmm.
If you try to do anything without us and take what we've given you and run it off with it and take credit for it, like a lot of you niggas try to do. So with that, let's go. The Almighty is my shepherd. Oh, let's give him this. What is that? Psalms 23? The book of Psalms, chapter 23. This is where you find this. Ready? Let's go. The Almighty is my shepherd. I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul for his name's sake. He leadeth me in the path. What?
He leads me in the path of life.
Oh, I jumped that. Man, see that? One more time. The Almighty is my shepherd. I shall not want. Look, now they got. No, hold on, no. Oh, no. Are y'all ready? Just me. Come on. You're supposed to be helping me. You ain't supposed to stop, because if I stop, you're supposed to keep on going. This is the whole thing. Why you teach your family certain things, so if you fall off a little bit, you're supposed to keep going, so that I grab a hand onto you. Don't stop because I stop. You doing the right thing. You do what?
Keep going.
You keep going ahead. The Almighty is my shepherd. I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil. Thy cup runneth over. Surely your goodness and your mercy shall be with me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Almighty. No. And I shall dwell in the house of the Almighty For Selah, say cool, hallelujah, Father. Let's hit him with the song. Sing a song to the Father and give him his offerings. Sing a song to the Father and give him his blessings. Sing a song to the Father, your little voice will make him ha 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 ha. Sing a song to the Father, a strong voice will make him glad. And what is written shall come to pass. So repent, or the Father shall burn your ass. Salah say cool, hallelujah. Be blessed, not offended. What was this? It's time to get our lives right. Oh, I almost ended, but let's do this. I still need practice, but I'm getting there. I'll see you there. Hallelujah, Father.
Hallelujah, Father.